Happy terrific Tuesday, everybody. Hope you guys had a great Monday. I know we're still living off of the excitement from the Springboks victory this week. So what are we going to do today? We're going into some gymnastic conditioning. But before we do that, we're going to start off with a 10-minute warm-up for quality. How it's going to start, you're going to do a 1-minute wrist stretch where you'll go 20 seconds, 20 seconds, and 20 seconds. You guys will remember this from class, where your fingers will be facing forward for the first 20 seconds, making sure that you're in a good support position. At no point do you want to be in a point of pain, but just making sure that you guys are feeling that stretch by rocking back and forth. On the next 20 seconds, you will then turn your fingers facing outwards, still keeping your wrists and your elbows locked out, or your elbows, should I say, and then you'll just rock to the side. Then the last one, this one is a little bit more challenging, just taking your fingers towards yourself, and then you'll rock backwards and forth, and you will find that this one is a little bit more challenging. So please, guys, don't go to a point of pain, but just to where you feel that stretch. After that, you'll just perform that once, so you will only perform the wrist stretches for 60 seconds. Then, for the remainder of the 10 minutes, you'll go into 5 push-ups to down dog. So you'll just get up into your push-up position, good solid plank position all the way down, and then into a downward dog. This is obviously priming us for the gymnastics that we will be doing coming up in the gymnastics conditioning. If you can't do a full-blown with your legs straight, you'll just keep your knees bent and then stand up when you go into that downward dog position. Once you're done with those, you'll go into 15 prisoner good mornings. So locking your hands behind your head, driving your elbows back. You'll then just give a slight brace at your knees, going down, keeping your chest nice and proud, and then just feeling that length through your hamstrings. Once you've completed 15 of those, you'll go into a 10-meter waiter's walk, where you will either use your kettlebell or your dumbbell or even your odd object, just making sure that your arm is stacked directly next to your head, and that you'll just walk in that space where you're accumulating 10 meters. You'll then do 2 on the left-hand side and 2 on the right-hand side. This is just obviously priming our shoulders for the gymnastics that is coming up. Once you're done with the 10-meter waiter walk, you'll go into 5 strict press per side. So grabbing your dumbbell or kettlebell again, getting into a front rack position, just driving your hand all the way through and straightening that arm directly next to your head. Okay, guys, just one thing with this, making sure that your elbow is not flaring out. You want to make sure that your elbow is forward and that you're driving it all the way through right next to your head. You obviously want these points of performance to directly translate into your handstand push-ups that you'll be performing in the next piece. Alright, guys, you'll do that for 10 minutes and then we'll see you in the gymnastics conditioning. Okay, guys, going into the gymnastic piece that we're going to be doing for today, we're going to have 3 different pieces that we're going to be working through, and each piece is going to be 3 sets. So on the first piece, we're going to be going into a park handstand push-up. So this will be the RX version. If you have a chair or a bench, you'll just go into your park where you'll be performing 6 to 8 reps over 3 sets. So as you can see, Carl in a great park position. His hips are over his shoulders and his shoulders are stacked directly over his wrists. He's also engaging his core by bringing his chin to his upper chest and looking at either his toes or the chair. From there, what he's going to do is going to go all the way down, creating that triangular position. And I want you to notice that he's not flaring his elbows out. He's continuing to flare his elbows back or drive his elbows back. That will allow you to be in a good support position for those park handstand push-ups. If you aren't able to do it on a chair or a box, all you're going to do is you're just going to get into a park position on the floor, driving your weight forward onto your shoulders, and you'll just do that park handstand push-up and driving your head all the way through, engaging that midline. From there, once you've performed 3 sets of those, you'll go directly into 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps of a pausing push-up. So it will be 3-second dead stop on the floor. So how it's going to look, you're going to get into a good push-up position, a good plank position where you're supporting, where your shoulders are over your wrists. All you're going to do is driving all the way down. You'll then actively hold that position for 3 seconds and then drive yourself up again. This can get quite spicy, guys, so if you are battling, you can just go onto your knees, and most importantly, when we're on our knees, our bum also goes towards the ground. Okay, so our hips are in line with our shoulders. I don't want you to leave your hips in the air when you're going down. Okay, so just make sure that you guys are continuing to keep that good plank position. Once you've completed 3 sets of those, you will then go into 3 sets of 6 to 12 reps per side of the following. It will be seated Arnold press. So you'll just grab a seat and you'll grab your kettlebell or your dumbbell. Then if you look at Carl's start position, he's at a good 90-degree angle with his elbow and his wrist. And all he's going to do from this position, he's going to rotate outwards, and then he's going to be driving it all the way through where the dumbbell or his fingers will be facing forwards. When he comes down, his fingers will technically be facing him. Okay, so just getting some good range of motion through that shoulder and some good rotation. Make sure that you guys are controlling this movement and that you're not allowing yourself to come out of position. Awesome, guys. That will be your 3 sets complete, and we'll see you in the core piece. Welcome back, guys. Hope you guys are well after the good gymnastic piece that we've just been through. We're going to go through some core now, where we're working on some good midline strength. It's going to be 4 giant sets for quality. So just a reminder on the giant sets. A giant set is technically a superset of the different movements where you won't be resting. The only time you'll rest is once you've completed the last exercise. You will then rest for 2 minutes between each set. How it's going to work, we're going to do 9 alternating V-ups. So if you look at Carl, all the way down, get into a good hollow position, and you'll then perform 9 alternating V-ups. So coming all the way up, engaging your midline and trying to touch those toes. If you aren't able to keep your legs straight, you will just do a knee tuck. So just same thing, alternating, bringing that knee towards your chest. You'll perform 9 alternating of those, then going directly into 15 weighted sit-ups. So you will grab your kettlebell or your dumbbell almost in a goblet position, with your legs in a butterfly position, going all the way down and then coming all the way up for that completion of a weighted sit-up. Once you've completed 15 of those, you will then drop your weight and go into 21 unweighted sit-ups. So same things, just touching behind you and coming all the way forward, allowing your hands to touch in front of your feet. You'll perform 4 giant sets of those, guys, and that will be the conclusion of today's program. Just a reminder to go through your recovery piece on your PDF. If you don't have or if you don't know any of the stretches, there are links to the YouTube videos where you will see what the stretches are. So just make sure that you guys go through those at the end of your session. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and hopefully see you soon. Cheers.